Hello. Now you can hear me. Yes. I figured it out before you guys. I'm like, why does the bar not move? As I was saying with this beautiful intro, it's a black t-shirt day. People may not survive today's live stream. It's kind of just a general, you know, we go through the improve my games, but of course the people who won just give me money. Step number one. Oh, where's my OBS? I think we have a few that already prepaid basically the pay to win queue. So shout out to those. Machinsky though, he didn't give me anything as like what I need to do. So I'm not sure about that one. So we're gonna take a look at those. We're gonna take a look at some of the Patreon ones, and then we're gonna look at some of the rest. Oh, whoops, that was me. Is it Internet Larry? Okay, Machinsky here. So yeah, I'm just gonna go by through the queue as well. Hi, Marnix, thanks for unbanning me. Don't fuck it up, brother. That's all I can say. Tornity stopped streaming and you came crawling back. How do we submit to the regular non-priority queue? You read the description of the stream, but basically you just make a post and improve my game, and then we kind of just go through some of them. That's what it comes down to. Your suffering is important to us. Okay. Also, that reminds me, because I saw that game on Incremental DB. Can I just give a rant about Incremental DB? Where they just do not add our game. Where was it? It's somewhere here. Yeah, your suffering is important to us. Hey, people actually seem to like it even. Hi, other Gonzalo. Gonzalo Moctezuma. Okay, anyways. Let's go through it, Novalex Studios. Can you take a look at my Kart Tycoon game and Steam page in one of your next streams? Novalex Project Zero. Okay. Have we looked at another game of you? No. Okay. Huh. Okay. So. It's unconfirmed. Yeah, but it's been unconfirmed for a week. That's the problem. Because here, like, added games desktop island. This game has not yet been reviewed and confirmed by our moderation team. But they did, like, approve pretty quickly the like, fact that I'm the developer for it. That took less than a day. So I don't know. Do they just hate me? Potentially. We'll see. Anyways, let's go back to Novalex Studios. Novalex Project Zero. I think this is a terrible name. Can we start by that? I think this is a genuinely bad name because it says nothing. A turn-based car company tycoon. Design every model from the chassis up, run the factories price sharp, and out-engineer a field that grows to 30 AI rivals across a century of motoring. Like, this is fine. But this is probably one of the worst capsules I've seen. Capsule and title combination is just not it. Let me make this a little bit more quiet as well. Okay. So we do have like some updates and some nice GIFs. Controller and Steam input support. Did we get a second thing? I added a border around the capsule just because if you look... yeah. Novalex Vehicle Manager would already be better. Yeah, something like that is already better. And I would also drop the Novalex because don't put your studio name when you have 0 other games. It just doesn't make sense. You're not that guy. I'm gonna take a very quick look at the playtest, but I feel like this is a game that's going to be... we played another one, a similar one during the Steam Next Fest, where it's like, it was the Angular game. Oh, I can find it. Just look here, like Angular. Oh,
New for donation from Digital Phantom Gaming. Review my Steam page in game, please, dude.
I was gonna get there. Thank you very much, Digital Phantom Gaming. Don't worry, you didn't have to do that. I'm just working through the queue in order first. Here, Angular Factory Time. This was the other Bite Me game. Like, you know, even if you look at like the color palette and things like that, it's somewhat similar. And this one seems to have done pretty okay. It's not out yet, but like it's gotten more of a following, and pretty in depth. So I'm assuming this is a similar game to Novalex Project Zero. I still need to install Steam, or like okay, full 33 megabytes. I think we can do that. My guess is it's gonna be like, it's like a cool idea, but I think like all of the UI is going to have been Vibe coded. And I think that's also just going to be running against you. My Steam is like, this is my Steam. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, it starts in windowed mode. Okay. I don't hate it. Oh. But I feel like it is very much, oh, this is a website just wrapped in like one of those exe frameworks. This is extremely dense as well. Because that's why you also have like the different teams and things like that, I would say. Good morning, Jonathan. Flashbang. Let's stick to machined graphite. These are very random names. Okay. I'm the engineer and the marketer. Sure. All skills start at 10 drops. So I can like... Like I could be like Volvo, or like I don't do any luxury, but I focus a lot on safety and reliability. Okay, sure. Your investors have equipped you with these starting components, so you can... I got like suspensions and things. The playtest turns. Yeah, this is not my game. I can tell you that. I just wanted to take a quick look at it because I feel like I don't think I'm actually gonna play much of this because, oh my god, 14 steps. You want to add some randomness to the click, and I would probably make the click a more subtle sound effect in general. Make it more of like an actual like mouse click and less of the like plum sound effect. I don't know if people in this genre care a lot about the fact that the UI is gonna be like AI generated. There is an audience for these games, don't get me wrong. Okay, let's take a quick look if he's doing the basics. Such as if I look up Novalex. Okay, it's on here. 1 5-star review. Actually looks really nice. He's following the steps. Copy link. Let's take a quick look. If he's doing it well. Okay, UTM source equals itch. He's doing that nicely as well. So it seems to be following most of the stuff. Let's take a look at the incremental games database. If it shows up here. Novalex. Okay. This doesn't seem to be submitted yet to incremental DB, or it may also just be stuck in the review queue. I would put it up there. And then probably you want to share it on some more subreddits. Give me like past month, I guess. Okay, so I feel like also something like incremental DB, not incremental games. Incremental, it's the wrong music. I just probably killed the entire live stream. Okay, I needed my Skyrim. Perfect. Put in on incremental games subreddit as well, probably. And there's another one up of Reddit. I was like browsing around on this recently. Incremental games, so you can find like which games are related. There should be one for like web games, and then web games was related with like PBBG, persistent browser-based games. I don't think that one might be the one, but taking a look at some of these ones to share your game on probably as well, I would say. I knew this map existed. I hadn't used it really before, but you can kind of see like, oh, if I have an incremental game and then my game fits like incremental games, you probably want to put it on like play my game, indie games, indie gaming, something like that, which we did. As you can see here, 1.3k views, like nothing crazy, like indie gaming, 2.5k, indie games only 462, but you know, compare that to the incremental games, and incremental games was still by far the best one with 15k. But this was a little thing. I knew it existed. I didn't really do it before. But you can kind of then figure out like what are some other subreddits that probably are related that I can reach out to. I do not do blogs, Corey. Yeah, I think we can see actually, like, go to Steamworks. To Silken Architect, Desktop Island. I think Silken Architect was the one. If you go to market.
New 10 donation from Enix.
Thank you very much, Enix, for the 10 euro donation. I do not know if you had like anything you want me to look at. Aha. Okay, we'll take a look at that when we get there. So I wanted to see here UTM traffic, UTM analytics. Come on, Steam. Perfect. And we're looking at the last 2 weeks. So we have the indie gaming actually. Oh no, the indie gaming gave us 2 wish lists, which is not that much, but you know, at least we can track what it does. So I guess it's 1,000 to 1 conversion rate. If we look here, indie gaming at 2.5k, something like that. Okay, so for Novalex Project Zero, what's the feedback? Get a better name, get a better capsule. That is not just a color and then like the logo. I think this is holding you back a lot right now because it says nothing. You have the playtest, you have itch, you have localization. You have most of the stuff already. I think I would go a little bit more on Reddit as the next step once you have... I mean, you don't even need to have a better capsule for that. You can just go on Reddit right now. Okay. Machinsky, I forgot. You wrote your game somewhere. Can you give me a reminder? What your game was. I need to figure it out. Oh. Your suffering is important to us. Let's take a look at... Okay. Was it in our Discord? Okay, why is this logo so like pixelated? Oh well, it's fine. It has all hail the orb vibes with the like rooms. I don't know if it's inspired by. Yeah, you see like they both have like this room structure. I think you're unfortunately do not hit the bar right now of the All Hail the Orb visual fidelity versus your visual fidelity, I would say is this looks better. No? Like, you know, All Hail the Orb looked bad as well when it first came out. Not first came out, when it first got announced. But yeah, I think, especially if you put them side by side, it's what I say, like, you can, I don't mind stealing game ideas. I think it's fine. I mind, like, not being able to hit the bar that they set. I think if you cannot hit, like, the All Hail the Orb graphical bar, you might have an issue. Thank you very much, RXH4CCFJY327 for the $20 donation. I love you too. Thank you, bro. Is an incremental / builder game a good genre for 2026? If it's not a node buster, I would say maybe yes. Oh, these GIFs are very stale. Orchestrate pure... Maybe I should read, actually. Run a corporate office in hell. Hire, customize, and assign employees. Reject petty sinners. Automate absurd punishments and climb the infernal corporate ladder in this comedic incremental management. Where's the E? We lost the E. Is this because we're too long? Character count. 205 characters. We just lost the E and the dot. This stream didn't get cancelled, very fat cat. It just got delayed. But we're here. And yeah, Philosopher Zero, we do stream quite a bunch. I'm just waiting to refresh this and the E is gonna be back. Okay, Machinsky, I'm waiting for you. But the E is gone. Maybe this is a marketing plot. Oh no, you're not FCAT. Yeah. Well, it's a similar day, okay? Assemble your worst performer. So this is kind of like how you would make the money. I feel like these GIFs... Thank you for the follow as well. Hello world. To the element of 10. These GIFs feel a little bit basic, I would say. And I think this is gonna carry traction in the trailer where the game may just not be like super visually there yet. I think it's okay. Oh, this is one like there is... I think the sound design of the trailer could do an overhaul. I don't even think you need to update the game, but just like add more sound effects to it. Because like this pinata effect should be like auditory dopamine. Should you do regular rectangular GIFs with more close-up action? I think so. Also, there's just like... such a high amount of white space here where it feels like all your GIFs are 16 by 9, which they don't need to be. Like you can just crop this basically. That's what we did with, for example, Desktop Island. You'll see. That the GIFs are actually, I mean, they're not 16 by 9, they're like zoomed in. They don't show the full game. And for this, I think for this one, I had to do like some trickery to make everything show up. Sub-Zero Black, you're not the only one. It's what it's inspired by. But I think this would be more what I would go for. More zoomed in. And then I think also not going for just like the completely floating vibe. Giving it some level of frame. You like crop the footage inside of DaVinci? I use Premiere Pro, but basically yes. Let me pull it up so I can show you how we run our GIFs. It works the same in DaVinci Resolve most likely. Your play currently, I'm only reviewing games for the people who pay me. We're gonna get to the Discord later. Desktop Island trailer. Okay, so let me see if I can show you this. Here we have one of our GIFs. And the sequence itself is already a different size. Let me find this. CH upgrade, CH. Sequence property, sequence settings. Okay, so we're doing 1200 by 500 as the ones I do. Technically, this is too big. The highest, or like the minimum you need is 800 pixels. That's the new Steam store page width. I'm kind of like, I can do it higher anyway. The file size difference isn't that much. And then should anything ever change again, I don't need to completely redo all my GIFs. So 1200 by 500. Depending on the content, I also could do 1200 by 600 or whatever. In the case of Desktop Island, I could do them uniformly. So that's step number one. And then step number two, okay, is I just hit some layers. You can't really see it because my face is in the way. Okay, here. So right now we have our gameplay footage. And then, okay, there's a cut here. One thing we do as well is I like my GIFs to be nicely looping. So if we go back to Desktop Island, I don't have it open. You'll notice they're like, okay, I have my trees here. Let's take a look at like Godfrey. Are we gonna see like, yeah, we like have this like nice fade throughout everything. Like also this is gonna fade back instead of a hard cut, which is the default. The main way, why is this so loud still? Okay. The main way you can do that is by cutting your trailer at a different point. So this is actually the original trailer, or like the original GIF is this. You see, like this is like a smooth. But what I do is like a few seconds in, or like 1 second in, I make a cut. I move this to the back and then move everything forward again. And then if I go to effects and I can add a cross dissolve. And now it's going to fade basically. And this last frame is going to perfectly be followed up by my first frame. So only on first load, technically the trailer, the GIF starts a little bit later. So that's step number one. Step number two is I then take a mask, or I take the frame. Yeah, I take the frame first. So you can see here now there is this frame. This is just like a pixel art thing that we had from in our game that I made a cutout of. And then there is this concept called in track matte key in Premiere Pro, DaVinci, something like that, where I made a second version of that frame that's just like a white, basically. And now you can see the little corners here. I move this around, like you see this corner. Otherwise it would just like show the overflow because it's transparent. And then I would lastly add, like, I have a static Steam background, which is the exact same color as here. If you want to know what color that is, you can just use like an eyedropper tool. It's 1B2838. And that's kind of how you do it. So yeah. You can do more stuff. Like this is a pretty simple mask, but like I like to do it on most of our. Like I still think Pripyat Zero has like the best one because the framing is also like cooler, and then I added like drop shadow as well to make it stand out. I really liked this effect, and yeah, the amount of time it takes to make it is pretty limited as well. One day this game is gonna come out, guys. One day. Trust. Okay. Otherwise, so yeah, I would zoom in on this because this is very, very small. Like the point of focus is very limited. I would probably drop out everything from like this speaker, basically, cut it out, and then zoom it in. What do you export it? Yeah, I export it as an MP4, and then Steam will automatically convert it to a WebM file. So yeah, I just have it all as MP4 files. Every MP4 file is like a few megabytes. And then I think as a WebM, it's even less. Turn suffering into profit. So if you reject, you make money. Squeeze every lost valuable tear out of denied sinners. Record custom voice lines and use them to compose truly awful music. Okay, that's a unique one. I would probably put the turn suffering into profit as the first GIF. Because it doesn't really explain, is this the core gameplay loop? I'm not sure. It might also be because it's so zoomed out. But I'm assuming this is the main starting gameplay loop. I would put this at the top. Chance-based in-game purchases. Is this correct or is this just you getting the filter wrong? I think this might be...
New 5 donation from Milkbox.
Oh.
Hello. I love your videos, been watching since the Forge Industry 1D. I've been making this game for the past 3 to 4 months, but I'm starting to feel like it's not worth finishing. Could you review my Steam page and build? The playtest demo is on itch https milkboxgames.itch.io.
Okay. You can do this to an itch page, right? You mean like the GIF stuff? Yeah. In itch you need to watch out because it actually needs to be a GIF, I think, and it needs to be sub 3 megabytes. I think you fucked up the content survey. That was what I was gonna say. Is this means like I have microtransactions that give me loot boxes, whereas you just have like fictional loot boxes that you do not have to pay money for in your game, most likely, if it's gonna be similar to All Hail the Orb. So you probably want to change this, going through the survey again. Also shout out Dono Hachi for the Prime sub. Otherwise, I think we're good. I think, yeah, just the game needs to look a little bit better. Because, like, this is a... I'm not sure what exactly... Oh, this is the Cringe Composer. I don't know if the Cringe Composer is, like, the core of your game. I guess not. This is gonna be the core, because it's the first screenshot. I think the capsule is good. I think there's some weird pixel compression going on with the logo. I think that's the one problem where like the is kind of getting hard to read because it's like scaled in a wrong way, I would say. Also, you're using like gradients on the capsule, which is fine. On the border means you put some effort into it. Yeah, you're also an incremental DB. What do people have to say there? Already go past it. Oh, here. Your suffering is important to us.
New 16 donation from Dakota. Almost forgot to buy you matcha. Thank you for helping with the capsule.
Shout out Dakota. Now we just need the trailer. How is it going there? Can I show the capsule? I'm gonna finish this first, okay. First, Wired Pixels is a weird dude. I wouldn't put too much value into him. Too much clicking. I think that was an issue people had with All Hail the Orb as well. The feedback was before my last update, yeah. I think you're doing fine on that regard. How are you doing wishlist wise? I guess not that crazy high because you only have 8 followers as well, which is surprising. Was it your suffering? Yeah. People are copying my strategy. I'm proud of you guys. Let me check as well. Perfect. With UTM links. It's as simple as that. But yeah, someone asked, like, can you do the GIF things on itch.io? Yeah, you can. Under 30 in 5 days. How did Incremental Games Reddit go? I feel like that one might have done. Did you do the trailer? That's another one. Your suffering is important to us. Okay, 10 hours ago, official reveal trailer. I guess because you were waiting on someone else to cover it, that did not happen. Just taking a look at the other stuff. Did you do a press release? You did. Okay. Uploaded a new trailer today. A free browser demo is here to torment us. So this was on the 7th. Okay. So you have been following basically all the steps that I would tell you to say. I think then this just means we keep working on the game to make it better visually and all of those things. And then we keep trying. You have 4 more marketing beats coming up. You have your demo announcement. This is a game Idle Cup might play it. I know Idle Cup didn't like All Hail the Orb as a genre though. He wanted more like dumb incremental games. Maybe his mind has changed now. But yeah, you just keep going at it, I would say. I think there's not much of like secret tips I can give you anymore now, because you have done basically everything. Okay. I did not watch Bellular News. I like to be happy in life, you know? Let me figure out from... I want to find Dakota's capsule. From me. Patreon Insider. Yes. Image. Is it here? Perfect. So Dakota, I don't know where he was. Yeah, he was running into some issues with his capsule artist. For people who remember, he called into the viewer call-in as well, where he was like, this is not a good capsule. So what I then did, I actually don't know if you were wondering, Dakota. I opened this game and I took some of the screenshots and I made this as a first version of the capsule, just to be like, I think this looked better. The idea was that these like little drones could like signify the harvesting or something, and then we have like the ships and some movement. That's the benefit of sending me Godot games. It's very easy to decompile, and I just like decompiled it and took like all the sprites and worked on it. I'm sorry if that was too much. And then I think Dakota, we were brainstorming a bit more. We were getting to like lasers, and we kind of, I think, reached a pretty good capsule at the end of the day. I don't know where the like final one was. Yeah, now we just started shit posting. But yeah, that's kind of the context. So yeah, if you have a shitty capsule, maybe one day I'm gonna help you fix it. No promises. Let's take a look at the next one. We're never gonna finish this. Summon defenders now. Take a look at the Steam page and demo. I assume you're not gonna be able to join. I don't know, because we changed the time of the stream. Let me close some tabs. Okay, eliminate opponents for resources. Summons a plethora of defenders to fend off massive waves of invaders across different regions in this action-packed lane-based tower defense game. That's a very long singular sentence. Okay. Interact with your defenders, exploit the weak spots of enemies, and turn the tide of the battle. First things first. Push Godot on your fan base so you can decompile and publish their games before them. This is like a weird art style. Okay, anyways, tower defense. Yeah, no, is it a weird art style? Oh yeah, it's kind of it's the Plants vs Zombies tower defense style. I get it. It also kind of feels like, what is it, Kingdom Rush? Do they have this art style? Nah, they have a different art style still. Have a demo, release date 2027. English, Chinese. Why traditional Chinese? I feel like we're missing some languages here. I feel like this is a little bit too much text. Character count. Yeah, 2000. bmg.yt/Steam page. Let me just dump this in here again. So you guys can take a look at this yourself if you want to figure out what to do. Is the meta black shirt equals evil, critical Marnix, white shirt equals good guy, helpful Marnix? Yes. There are two wolves inside of me. Look, I'm gonna be honest. This is not the art style that I think performs good. It's definitely not the art style I like. I think in the tier list of art styles, this is one that I personally dislike the most. So there might be some bias here. I'm not saying that this art style cannot work on Steam. I think it's a miserable art style to make, but this immediately has, you know, the mobile game connotation. I think that's the one thing you cannot really refute. It does look like it has a decent amount of depth, and you asked me to play the demo, so let's give the demo a quick run as well while we're here. You do update like some patches. Nobody has really talked about the game yet. Omamuk. This demo is a work in progress. Okay, you're going for this weird, like... Oh, this is a non-resizable game. Okay. What does selector resolution mean? Okay, yeah, so I'm playing this on an ultra-wide, so I cannot make this game larger than this, unless I... chase the display mode. God, the flickering is kind of miserable. Also, I feel like the game is running at like 50 FPS at most. Okay, I think we're fine. Anyways. New game. Oh, the hertz is kept at 70, yeah. It might be why, because I'm on a 144 hertz monitor. Cannonball launcher. Commander, you're finally here. Unfortunately, we lost our previous commander, so you will need to fill his position. The enemies are approaching masses. You have to push back. We shouldn't waste time. Let's get you into shape. Get you up to speed fast. Okay, it's kind of redundant. Yeah, the like... I think part of the problem is also you're doing like sub-pixel based movement basically by like how it fades and then these bars, which makes it look very flickery. Because like there's not enough pixels to do what you actually want to do. I don't get why the CRT effect. It's kind of like, oh, it's supposed to be a sci-fi looking game, I guess, but then this is not a sci-fi environment. Who's the defender? Yes. Let's go. Also, like, why did this one get gold? I think you're doing too many hand-holding for a game that has this much cultural priority. There is too much text, I think, for how simple the game is at the end of the day. We'll drop scraps. Plus to summon them, hover over the scrap to collect it. Another enemy appeared. Yeah, this is too much fucking hand-holding. Just let me play the game. Because like you're doing nice VFX stuff. I do have to say that like the impacts on like game feel on that regard is fine. The onboarding is just miserable. Yeah, if it's intended for mobile, maybe, but my guess is that it isn't. Yeah, the art style also is very much mobile feeling. Okay, that was a little bit less dramatic than I had hoped for. Okay, Jesus Christ, why is this also... Okay, can we skip dialogue? The skip dialogue... Oh, I need to hold it. Okay. Thank you very much, Refactal Studios, for the Prime sub as well. You're gonna have to wait a bit, because the queue is pretty long, though. In most levels... Oh my god. Oh, so this is how you can see who will be coming. I think we have like 2 times as much just like red text. Oh. I don't know why that happened. Then like actually played the game. Nope, we're not doing this. Fuck this. I have too much other games to go for. This is just disgusting how much onboard. Okay. dmg.yt/demo. The second one. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. It was somewhere in here. Okay, demo contains some level of tutorial. I think you went too hard. There is like, I think this is kind of like opening cutscene cinematics or lore dumps. I think the amount of tutorial it's just too much friction. Just let me play the game. It's been like, what, 8 minutes? Nobody wants to just read through that much text. You're looking at Steam. People know what a tower defense game is. They've been existing for so long. Okay. Like, it's not that the game is unpolished. The game just sucks to play because you're not letting me play it. Let's go and take another look. Here. Stefan. Hoi hoi. Hoi Stefan. Didn't get much traction with the initial launch. I'm wondering if I should cut my losses and release ASAP, or there are changes I can make to move this needle significantly. That doesn't sound as a good start. What kind of game is it gonna be? Oh, this capsule needs to go. That's step number 1. Chrissy says tower defense does not do well on Steam. Is that your observation? I think traditional tower defense does not do good on Steam. This is a tower defense game. I think there are a lot of good tower defense games, like the hybrid of incremental and tower. I think Chris Sikowski even mentioned that. You take tower defense in another genre, it does good. If you're making a game that is purely tower defense, it doesn't go that great, basically. Isn't this a copy of Hexagod? No. Damien, do you know that hex-based games have been a genre for probably longer than you've been alive? It's not a copy of Hexagod. All Voice is a minimalist 4X game with incremental progression. Embark on voyages through the galaxy on the flight from enemies seeking. I think the UI is supposed to look, I think, like the old school like 90s graphics. Like, you know, like the very first like Age of Empires 1, maybe even. Like this kind of graphic style. but it's not great. I don't know. Like it looks like that's what you were going for. But I feel like it might not be good enough to actually hit onto that vibe as well. Yeah, or like Command and Conquer. Like that style is what it definitely feels like it's inspired by. But I think here, for example, you're seeing like artifacts of like your pixel art is too small. Which makes it look like weird and jaggedy. Oh, is this your game, Starshed? Oh yeah, this is your game. Q4 2026. I would make these wider. Explore, exploit, expand, exterminate. So yeah, that's the 4x. You have localization. I think part of the issue also is like you're like, oh, I want to push this out as long as possible. I think this is also just a very big genre. There is an Incrementals 4x space game. I forgot the name though. This is not a genre I think you can like easily make deep and long enough for the people to want it. Yeah, so it's very much incremental, I guess. Because some of these UI elements look really nice, like the planets. I like this. Okay, so is it more like what's your game again? Sockhouse Click and Conquer? Where you just like expand through like the clouds. And then very quickly you run out, you explode. I think definitely capsule is number one. I think if you need to fix anything, I think it's getting the capsule out now. And then the second thing is getting a playable. If you do not have one yet. One more voyage. It does not exist on itch.io. Yeah. I think you cannot decide. Oh, it was the original Civ 2. Okay. I think if you cannot get this game in like a quick, let's say like 1 month or less time to itch.io and then update the capsule, I think then it's yeah, we need to move on. If you can do it fast enough to not lose too much momentum and time on it, I would say keep going at it. I think there is definitely an audience that likes this art style. I think the art style is pretty okay, honestly. I do like it. It's just a more like less marketable art style. And I think especially the pixel UIs here and like how low-res pixel UI kind of sucks might be an issue where you might want to go for vector instead for like some of the UI elements. But I think keeping this visual style, I would 100% do. Can you be more specific with the capsule? I've been struggling with it. Okay, so I think you cannot make a capsule that is going to accurately showcase the game, so to say. Because it's just a very weird thing. So instead we need to make a capsule that is based on the fantasy. Instead of showing the game, we show the fantasy. And that's kind of, honestly, low-key. Where was it? Where was the one the code I got sent? Low-key, something like this, but instead of an asteroid, it's a planet, might work better. Because it's the fantasy. You get people to click on it. And then you need a better font. You need something that's differently stylized than this like hyper neon. But like you just give it spaceship as and a planet in the background. Get rid of the hex tiles. The hex tiles do not belong here. I think your planets look really nice and crunchy. I would do something with those planets. You can make a horizon, have hexagons on the ground and planets in space. Oh, yes. I don't really. I am a miserable artist, but let's give this a very, very quick run at what could be an ideal. You're gonna see just how bad of an artist I am, okay? But I do have a idea. Also, what is a PTS special? Please don't let this be an adult game. No. Yeah, like this is like you cannot make a game in like this art style or like a capsule, but you just make something that gets the fantasy across. Okay, so one more voyage. I think it's a 930 by 460. I think this is a Steam capsule sizing. Marnix the Manix. Does this work? Yes, this works. Okay. Guys, you are you are not ready for how bad of an artist I am, okay? Let me put my keyboard to this second. So what we would do most likely, I need my keyboard for my shortcuts. Okay, let's make we have a black border. Okay, let's stick with the green for a second, just so we can see. It's on my other screen. And 30 by 460. Okay. Sure. Let's go green. Let's go 8. And then now I'm just going to, guys, you are, like I said, you're not ready for my art, okay? So step number 1, this is too big of a brush. I'm just gonna give you a little sketchy sketch and you can figure out the rest. Step number 1, we have a planet, P. Okay. Step number 2, what I would have is I would have like a curve. This is like the real planet, and this is where we have like our hexagons. These are 2 low-res hexagons. Let's say something like this. I don't know, man. It'd be like this, right? These are octagons. Anyways, there you go. And then lastly, we make like a spaceship. What's more important is not the spaceship itself, but it's the spaceship ass. You can even make it bigger. And then probably what I would even do, I don't mean to touch it. It's like you have like a little like tower or something on here, or like an oil well. It's like digging to showcase that you're doing something. I'll make a tree. I could do like a tree, whatever. Probably you want to make the planet bigger. You want to make the spaceship bigger. What are we doing here? Use your planets in PG. Yeah, so what we could even do is like make a secondary planet more in the distance. I will screenshot this and use it for my game. Oh, what I actually forgot though, very important. Can I like move this? Oh, I didn't want to move it that way. Come on. Yes. Thank you, Photoshop. That was not what I wanted. That's also not what I wanted. Okay. Because now we have no space for the logo. Why can I only move it once? Anyways, let's go lasso tool. We have our spaceship here. Why does it keep selecting everything? Oh, well. And then we would just need like our logo here at the top, but we need to keep in mind that like Steam has like a no-go zone. Oh, where's my brush? Like here, so we can't do anything here. Logo is similar to Marling and Dwarfs. Incorporate a basic mining starship into it. Probably. I don't know if I would put the logo here though. I'm generally a fan of logos in the bottom corner, although it doesn't really matter that much. Anyways, this is my go for it suggestion. Good luck. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. But at least you have an idea. Does anyone know if there's a way to see recent playtime on a Steam demo? If it's your own Steam demo, you can. Through Steamworks. Oh, not Steamworks. Through the one where you see your money. For example, where's the M198 demo? Here you can see median time played. You click on it and you can see like the whole stat block. So you can take a look at that funky slot. Hey Marnik, sorry about Summon Defenders now. The time you rage quit is the median playtime of my demos and how I found the root of the problem. Just to fix it. Well, happy to help. It's an easy fix. I really do not think this game is anywhere near Hexagod. Can I just say that, guys? Are you guys memory holding what genre Hexagod is? There is like nothing in common between these two games. There's an incremental 4X game, but it has like bad reviews. I remember that. Is it this one? Galactic Overthrow? Doesn't have bad reviews. Okay, no, I think I was confusing with a game about feeding a planet. Making a planet. I think this one is the one with the bad reviews, yes. This is a biter game as well. Food mechanic and the tech tree, which was the primary driver of Hexagod. But it's an incremental game and Hexagod is an actual... Okay, so this was an incremental 4X game, but looks very different. I wouldn't really consider these two. Whereas One More Voyage is a notebuster disguised as a 4X game at the end of the day. Anyways, I hope you have some more information, Stefan. Okay, Digital Phantom Gaming. Let's take a look at your game. So, okay. Give me some stuff. Looks good. Looks very nice. Here. Looking for Steam page trailers. I need playtesters. Okay. A psychological horror mystery. Explore an old abandoned mansion. Find clues to solve the mystery. Discover how and why its former inhabitants lost their lives. Evade the horrors that wander dimension halls. Free their tortured souls in an attempt to redeem yours. Okay. So we have some screenshots. We have a lot of screenshots. This does not belong as a screenshot. This screenshot shows your game being extremely bare. Why is this so low res? This is a zoomed in version of like your trailer, I assume. This is not a screenshot. I think this does not look as atmospheric as you would hope for. There's like no shadows. It feels like it's a clip art of like the doll, but it feels completely disconnected from the rest of the game. Same thing with like this wall. It's like the light from this lamp is showing through the wall. This is okay. I'm not gonna go too deep into that. This one is fine, I guess. This one is fine, I guess. You know, it has a bit of like demo scene vibes. And less of like, okay, what's the actual gameplay here? But you know, it's a horror game. There's only so much you can do. We do not have localization. Okay, a psychological horror mystery played from a first-person perspective. Explore an abandoned mansion, discover how and why its former inhabitant died, follows their story to purge their souls, and just maybe save your own. There's like a black bar here at the top. You didn't completely crop out the gameplay, it feels. Oh, all of them have it. It might be an export thing. Here at the bottom there's a black bar as well, and then here's at the top there's a black bar. Some textures in the game have been upscaled to improve them. I would just get rid of this. It doesn't matter. I think this is the perfect use case to do something like the Pripyat Zero store page to make your capsule, your GIFs look better. Which is to play around with the like masks. Instead of just like very like rectangular ones. Also the colors on this one are kind of fucked up. The more like this section is Stanley Parable and Firewatch. I think the more like this section for unreleased games is always kind of weird, but this does look a lot more fitting. Matt would say it matters. This is when packs convert to GIFs. Oh, is that the mat? I see. I mean, if the screenshots are not good enough, and you're like, oh, they're old screenshots, then remove them again. Let's take a look at the trailer.
You can't help them. You're all going to die.
Come on, what is this? It's like phasing through the ground. The animations are kind of weird. Okay. I do not like the music choice. And I think the sound design is too weak for the trailer. How do you feel about these title cards? Don't do them. I think these title cards are also redundant. Directly is also against them. Because like Explore Dimension, that's literally what we're doing right now. Something else I do not like, or like not like that I do not like, but it's something I had to learn myself. So if you're recording gameplay for a first-person game, you always need to use controller. Because controller will automatically smooth it out, whereas here you can very much like see the mouse movements. Or like, oh, there's like a little bit of a movement to the side, it stops, and then you move on further. Whereas if you're using a joystick, it automatically is like a little bit more smooth and then less smooth.
And help them. You're all going to die.
Because now you're missing that smoothness to or no, actually this might be controller, but just like by someone who has never used a controller in their life. I think, yeah, the music, yeah, it looks like controller, but it's like Dead Zones or something then. Yeah, I get it. But it's not smooth. It's like too jittery still. This is also just, can I just say, this is a miserable piece of sound. I thought you just restarted the song. This is not a good song. This is also so dark. I don't know if jump scares in trailers are done either. I'm not sure about that. Maybe you could just add mouse money on your game to just record the trailer. Yeah, what I do is like, if I can't use my controller, I just have like an insanely low sensitivity. I think you just want to release this game as fast as possible and move on. I think part of the issues is like you're showing too little, or like you're showing the same thing too many times in the trailer. Like I've seen this fucking doll like 6 times or something. And I think you should just, I would make a version of the trailer without music. Actually don't remember how this trailer went. Let's take a look. This is a trailer without music. And try to pay attention to like
It must have been.
sound design.
This can't be.
Okay, I don't know. I think it might be too quiet to come on through Steam, but you have things like footsteps, you have ambient sounds, you have like the risers and tension and all of that.
Right. I'm getting closer.
Because I remember from this trailer, I can actually even just pull it up. It's like layers upon layers upon layers of sound effects and no music, just ambient. The hell is Kyoto Anomaly? Still. You can see my timeline. Like, this is a trailer for Kyoto Anomaly. This is the footsteps layer. This is the ambient layer. This is just like risers and swelling and all of that. You see how many sound effects are in this trailer? This is the voice lines. But like you're building up tension points basically. Just throughout like the trailer with like all of the sound effects. And I think you shouldn't just have like, oh, I have one big sound effect layer and I have like maybe like my impact layer, or like I have my music layer and I have my impact layer and that's it. I think you need to do much more. I think music for horror trailers should generally be a not done. I think music should be there to complement the trailer, but it shouldn't be the primary sound effect or like the primary thing you hear in the trailer. I would even say to a certain degree, for example, in Silicon Architect, you have the music there, but the music is not the core thing that people would be listening to compared to the sound effects that you're adding on top of it. Especially not for horror. Don't save. Don't save. Hello. I Okay, we're getting there. Original music was locally classical. I would do neither. I would do no music. Where are we? Soul Purge. Okay. The text is also so big and it's like stark white. I think what I would do is I would make it a less white, less bright white. And then in Photoshop, you have like the concept of adjustment layers. Does Marnix play the games on stream? Sometimes. It depends. There's no like playable here. And then what you can do is you can go to something like Texture Labs and then you find like a grunge effect. And you take something like this and you put it as an overlay layer on top of this to just give it a little bit more detail and more grungy. So I would take a look at those things. I think you have a whole list of doing localizing the store page, another one. And then once that's done, focus on getting something playable and putting that on itch.io. Next, referring back to the Steam store page. Let's head back. Okay, NX, Party Tycoon. I think NX, you made a post in the Improve My Game as well. NX here, this guy. Hi, Marcel. Thank you for telling me your age. Party Tycoon Takeover. Build a nightlife event. God, this is giving me flashbacks to the previous account. This looks a little bit better. Live playable. Oh, it full screens. I don't want that. Okay. Welcome to Party Tycoon. Move and act with the mouse. You can also move with WSD. Prefer stick. Start event. Stand in the bouncer zone to let guests in. So one by one, I let them go in. Okay. And then now they're like partying, I guess. Do I need to DJ? Or will they now be able to come anyway? Holding a crate. Or money to upgrade your venue. Okay, so are they happy now? Can I DJ? Oh, I need to let in more guests, I guess, if they keep going. Okay, I hope that this game is like near instant automation through like hiring someone. Because otherwise this is very quickly going to be a bottleneck that I can only do one thing. Is the hype's really low? Because there's just too much I need to do too quickly. Because I also need to clean up, I guess. Okay, all of these are thirsty. Do I need to bring more? No crates left. Work in the delivery dock to make more crates. I like the UI design in general though. It might be a little bit dark. I don't know if that's me or it's just the fact that like the sun is blindingly bright. Okay, I should also stop the Skyrim music. There seems to be no like brightness thing. Oh well. Like they're all very sad now. But there's too much here. Yeah, this needs automation sooner, I think. Because now I've already kind of lost. Because my hype is at 1 because there's just too much for me to manage at the same time. The day is almost over. I'm going to miss my targets. Okay, please tell me I have an upgrade. Okay, I can hire a bouncer and a cashier. Self-serve drinks at 8.4. Okay, I'm just gonna hire. My crew is working now. So now I'm DJing. So I'm increasing the max hype. Okay, but the cashier is like slower and the bouncer, so I guess I could help still. Yes, because I am faster. Now the game is a lot better. I think your onboarding is kind of too... Yeah, I think it'd be easy dopamine win to have a successful first day compared to you have the worst day possible as the first day and then you're making things better. Because now we're at like near perfect hype. I don't know why this guy isn't working anymore. I guess he has no more crates. Give me 2 more crates. Oh, yes. Oh, he can carry 2 crates at the same time. Perfect. So now he can make drinks again. Let me help you for a second, fella. Out of stock, grab crates at the storage. Okay. But we should need to make more crates again. No sound effect for making a crate? Unfortunate. Okay, you should be good. Let's get this party started. Clean up the trash. Help the bouncer again. I don't know what ring up 12 entries in the start phase means. Oh, he's sleepy? Why is he sleepy? We should sell 1 more drink, we got that. Less than 5 pieces of litter. I do a crate. Okay, and the evening is done. Yeah, so we made good profits. So again, we can now... Probably want more revenue, right? Seems like an easy W. I can't really seem to get any upgrades for myself. But I can... probably get the delivery. Okay, full crew. Ah, I can add a disco ball. Do I have more money? 63 bucks now. Okay. Let's just start again. Didn't I get the upgrade that I make $6 now? Yeah, I figured it was a vibe coded game. The UI does have the tell. Let's get them all paid. But yeah, it looks good. I would say. I think the gameplay loop is very good. I want to see the disco ball. Me too. We're gonna have to wait 2 more minutes then because I need to make enough money. Did I have a DJ? I do not have a DJ. Let me clean up some of the trash. Let's get this party started. Come on in. But there's nobody anymore. Everyone is leaving. Oh, probably the water guy. Okay, no, they seem to be doing pretty okay. A little bit slow. So let me help you. But they like queue very nicely though. Clean up the trash. Oh, there's more people to let in again. I think we're getting the disco ball. Actually, we're not making that much money, I feel. Only $250 so far. The student 9, they have no money. I don't know if that is on purpose or not. Because I think the disco ball is too expensive. It's a lot of achievements. 300 and... Okay, no. We get a bonus for the achievement. So now we can go to upgrades and we can get the disco ball. Where's the disco ball? What? It's a lot of trash. No, they're my employees. They're just standing here. Okay. Maybe you look for the broken pipe. I don't know what the broken pipe is. This? Oh, I need to find a wrench. No. I'm not sure. I'm gonna move on. Take a look at the Party Tycoon Takeover. I think it's you play games as well. I literally just played the game Kenshi Enjoyer. I do not play Kenshi though. Oh, this has like different environments as well. Okay. I think this is nice. Seems to have more depth than it just. I think you may want to rework the UI to be less AI. There's, I think, even just like font choices up there, and like how the cubes are, because it does feel like it. I mean, people might not care, you know. First news 50 wish list. I don't think you need to do that. English, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Turkish. You need more languages. I would say. Yeah, here is. Except machine German or translated. I don't think you need to explain this much of like, and I learned so much this way and all of that. I think code support doesn't need to be disclosed as far as I remember. Only art and things like that. So I think technically you are allowed, according to the Steam rules, to just nuke all of this. Features. This is a weird. You're not using any of the like heading stuff and all of that. There's like H2 and then the list and things like that. I would rework the Steam page to actually use those. Your GIFs are not wide enough. I would make them wider. Party Tycoon makeover. Let's you know, take a look at my beautiful artwork first. $415 by $215 by $430. $460. Easiest border of my life. $6. Here we go. I see no reason not to disclose code. The reason is you're gonna get burned at the stake, Matt. And it's not needed. If you wanna, you can go and disclose it, don't get me wrong. But you're in for a needlessly high amount of pain. I would also play around with something like this to give a little bit more. Why are you hiding it? Because people, can I say something? The anti-AI people are terrorists. I get them. There's a lot of shitty AI things, but I think you cannot talk to them at all. It's better to hide it because unfortunately they have incentivized people to hide the fact that they talk about AI. Because no matter what you say, it's the wrong answer. So why answer in the first place? Maybe it's a hot take potentially, but it's unfortunately the reality. There's a difference between hiding it and just not mentioning it. That's also a thing. If they can't see it, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Thank you so much for the resub. So yeah, two things I did. One, I added a border, and two, I added a little gradient behind this to put a little bit more of the focus on here. I'm not sure about the gradient. You can do what you want with it. But definitely easy border to the border. It fits. Otherwise, I think keep working on it. I think the capsule overall is fine. It's not like crazy. I think you can do some more stuff with it. Screenshots are from older UI. I mean, I also played it before. I think the multiple environments should be more of a selling point. I think that's kind of missing here as well. But yeah, make the store page be more header, sentence, GIF, header, sentence, GIF, header, sentence, GIF. Do that 3 times, and then have the features block. And leave out this part, I guess. What I would do as well is instead of saying the exact number, like 22, I would do over 20. 20 plus crew roles. This way you're not like locked in too much, I would say. Of like, what if you add one more? Like, are you every time you add an extra decor piece going to update your Steam store page? Probably not. Oh, people are thinking golden border. You can take a look at the golden border as well. Your wish is my command. I think purple fits better, personally. But I think both can work at the end of the day. definitely give yourself a board, because now also the like blue, like it fades into the Steam background as well. I'm on Team Pink. Maybe you like Team Blue, Team Purple instead. Okay. Milkbox. Let's take a look at what you have. Steam page and builds. It's not, I'm starting to feel like it's not worth finishing. Uh-oh. Polariki. Okay. Match 3 roguelike. I don't know what the capsule is, but the capsule is a vibe. It's very disconnected from the game, I would say. But it's a... We've seen this before? Not sure. I don't think I've seen this before. Take a look at the trailer. Match 3. I like the music choice. Too much text, unfortunately, and you're using like the VHS font. I think the game feel is good as well. Part of what's missing is like, why is it in like the Windows 98 vibe style? What's the boss? Okay. This feels like a game with an identity crisis. You know, just from like pmg.yt/ship it. You know, there's in the ship it or skip it that I do. There's like 3 options, 3 outcomes. We ship it, the concept is solid. We pivot, perhaps the core idea is good, but the appeal isn't there, and then we kill it. I think Polarity right now may not be a ship it. I think it is definitely one of these two. It's either a pivot or a kill, I think. Because there is an inherent issue with the roguelite match 3 aspect does not get shown. It's a very rough to understand concept, I think, unfortunately. Where I would pivot almost, because what you're working with game feel wise is good, and game UI wise, I would say it's good. But I think the game concept isn't as good. Also, tiny stupid nitpick, but you're using the wrong kind of Windows 98 buttons. These are for resizable windows. Store page art mocks the game. Yeah. Match tiles, earn coins, spend them on relics that start bending the rules. I think part of it is also you are like more visually limited. Okay, I get the... I think it's too visually weak to make the roguelite aspect make sense. It was more lane coded, yeah, because this is very like lane coded. But we're not doing enough, I feel, with the art style based on the game. And I think this is a game that you might have the vibes nailed down for, but the gameplay needs to change. The character has a story, yeah. I think it's also what I talked about in the last video of I think like you need to make games aiming at like at least use Windows icons instead of fruits. I don't think that's the solution. These are fine icons. It's like, can we make this a $5 game? And I feel like that's a no right now. The playtest is more polished. Okay, let's. Oh yeah, there's a playtest. Let's take a look at Match 3 roguelike. Okay, WebGL does not support synchronous asset loading. I'm just gonna clear this error. Okay. This doesn't do anything. Oh, the game feels really good, I think. I think the clicking doesn't feel good. I think once you actually have a match tree, looks like an MO98 minigame. Yeah, and that might be the problem. So we can increase the value. MO match 98. Locked in the demo, sorry. Emerald gives 5Ps. So how much money do I have? I have $6. I don't know what the 8 is then, or is this like an hourglass? Here gives plus 5 points on pop-up. Oh, is this the relic is free, I guess? No? I'm not sure. Let's just go to the next one. Oh, if I have the score of 400, I guess we go back to the store. These are the basic relics. Okay. I thought it was value. Value and price are different in my eye. Like, value is what I would get. Oh, buy value. I read this as bug value. That's why. So my apples and carrots are more worth it now. Huh. So why didn't I not get any money instantly? Well, I seem to be doing great. Because the thing gets turned, my pointer technically immediately leaves the game feel zone again. Is this Silicon Architect? No, it's not. I feel like my values didn't really matter. Or no, it's not the dollar value, it's the point value. Try the bow. Match 4 or more carrots to destroy a random column. Sure. No refill. Oh, so that was the random row. I see. I don't know if I have any other 4 carrots I can do. Okay. Let's get this one as well. Okay, so now a random row. No, it's not gonna get destroyed. Aha. Okay, but it gets refilled again. So now another random row will get destroyed. Which is this one. Oh, and then we already won. And then we always get $8. I think there's not enough visual feedback to the player. I think that's one of the issues this game struggles with. Where, you know, unironically, this might be better as like a big incremental game with like a giant skill tree because it's like more clear to see like what you have. Whereas now like the upgrade values are like meh. And then you have like the value, but it's such an abstract concept. You know, Dakota, you say that. Game feel on point, but it's still a match tree. Maybe this is the one that Devolver signed last month. We just signed a match 3 game. It's so sick. I don't think they've shared so far what it is. I know. But if Devolver touches it, it's gonna be good, right? But I also don't really know what's the value in this over just getting more upgrades. I think you need more like money stuff as well. It's a whole ass row. When I was a young wee lad, I don't know if anybody knows this game. Oh, it's on Steam now? I have genuinely... I had the CD of this, or the DVD. I think I played like genuinely 100 plus hours of this game. It was amazing. Which was also like match 3. But then they also did like stuff with like the different environments and all of that. Does this even have reviews? Yeah, it has reviews. This is just all nostalgia slop, I guess. Very playable. No microtransactions. Resolution locked to 800 by 600. Yeah. Maybe that might also be a thing of like the fact that we only... Oh, why did I die? I'm not sure. And then now I guess, okay, it's a roguelike as well. Yeah, so we reset now. I think this is a game you can like... You can release this. But I don't think this is a game that would be a success. If that makes sense. I think it misses too much to be a premium game. I think the match 3 is ass, but there's a lot of polish, yeah. I think it's kind of like a doomed... Oh.
New for donation from Grandler. Roasted https store.steampowered.com up 4923360 books__blood.
Thank you, Grundler. I think it genuinely is like, yeah, this would be a mini game in MO98 right now. But as a standalone game, I don't really see how you can go further with this. It needs like anime waifus who lose their clothes as you progress further or something like that. Thank you also for the follow, Year of Embers. Let's go to the next one. Dakota, you don't have anything. Dakota, where's your Steam store page? I would take a look at your Steam store page if only I could. Fragment Collapse. This shouldn't have been approved by Steam. Don't notice me, senpai. I always notice you. A satisfying tile matching roguelike deck builder where you defragment your hard drive by match. Is this a match 3 game? Do we go from match 3 game to match 3 game? Also retro slop. Yeah, we're gonna play the demo for this, I think. Match, upgrade, repeat. This also has a lot of. Okay, this is genuinely also a match 3 game. I don't know if it's just pure coincidence. Oh, um, can we play this? Is this a cursed? I clearly have an internet connection because you guys are looking at me right now. Let's try that again. Yeah, this is a better fantasy. I do agree with that. Like this actually has like, why are we doing this? And not just a visual style, but the visual style has a reason. I'm signed in. Okay. Steam is installed. The recorded video confirmed. Steam is down right now. No way. Seems to be fine. Guys recovered. You say that, but now I can't log. My Steam doesn't work anymore. Steam broke. Someone needs to go to Gabe's sheep farm. I guess unfortunately we cannot play this game right now. We can look at it. I'm not going to reload the page because maybe I'll lose it then. Okay, localization is missing. I think you would like to have that. Let's go back to the trailer then in the meantime. It's just I'm like looking at the trailer, I feel like the unmatching, I don't know, the matching is too slow, kind of. Yeah, this is kind of like the game we just looked at, but with a better visual star. I would increase the pace a bit. Yeah, my Steam is just fucked. So I feel like I may not be able to play this. I think we're also, I think, oh, it has like the Bellatrix multiplier thing. I think the trailer could be 15 seconds shorter because you're just showing kind of more of the same, I feel, as well. Trying to open Steam, but it is not going. Barney codes. Oh. Spicy text. Oh. Face reveal Barney. Star mining code. Oh, this is a very... Well, now we got distracted. Okay. Can increase the game speed in settings. This was something, yeah, Steam does not want to start anymore for me. Something we ran into with Forge Industry was that we also had like speed settings. You could do like 1x, 4x, no, 1x, 2x, 4x, 8x. And then we realized the game was just kind of ass on 1x. So it just removed 1x and then like 1x became 2x, 2x became 4x, and 4x became 8x. Steam is just completely fucked. Let's try this one more time. So I would just increase the base speed most likely. You seem to have done some stuff already. Oh, is there maybe an itch build? my internet? Okay. Fragment. Collapse. Yes, there's a demo here as well. Ah, a demo without a web build though is kind of GG, unfortunately, on itch, I would say. Okay. Fragment collapse. Demo. Let's try this again. Yes, we're getting there. Yeah, I nearly doubled the base speed. I think that's kind of what it comes down to, indeed. So fake news, guys. I do in fact have internet. But yeah, I think itch without a web demo is kind of GG. I don't know if there's a specific, is there just you don't have one or you can't make one? I think that's the difference. But this is not a Unity game, I guess. Oh, it's also not resizable? Oh. Why is it so small? Settings. Graphics. Oh, here. Window. Oh. Sure. We'll play it like this. It's good game feel. Let's play. I really think the animations and like things like that and the art sounds pretty good. Also, like not everything is like CRT shader. Only like the screens. Sure, Clippy. You defragment your hard drive. I think this is a very good, like the match tree that snaps and then also shows you like, oh, you actually do have a match. I instantly got 2 achievements. The length of the match determines the starting bits and combo. Once all files have been matched. So to keep an eye on how many moves. Shuffle all files. Yeah, so it doesn't like auto. Just like it's fine. I don't know how you have managed to do this. But your music is not 50%. I would say most of the music is coming from my my right ear. Because like the left ear is a lot quieter than the right ear. And it makes it very annoying to listen to. I do not know if this translates to Steam. I'll make the volume a little bit louder for a second. So the people who are listening in stereo should be able to hear what I'm talking about. Right? I'm not going crazy, right? Please fix. It's a war crime to have your volume. And do not fix this by giving me an extra slider to change the balance, okay? Don't do that. I don't know how you managed to do that. What's fancy graphics? Oh well. Actually, I'm gonna... Oh, it's a slider, but this is such a weird slider. Just make this a drop down or something like that then. If it doesn't have like the discrete values or have like snapping points. Ah, this is a giant one. So, what gives my values? Spend your money here in the computer superstore to help prepare yourself. You'll get to come here. Oh, your tooltips. Click on the it to buy it. I think this is an issue. in-scene menu. Yeah. Yeah, it's +4 combo. I do not know what this is. I needed to buy the first one, I guess. It's 2 files to activate. An extra +4 combo matched. So what am I supposed to do? Okay. Okay, so I increased like basically how powerful it's gonna be. And then also how easy. Oh, these are forced purchases, I see. This is the Balatro match tree indeed. Schedule. Okay, okay. Okay. I already have a higher game speed. I already have 2 or more files matched. Oh, I can see like the multiplier effect, I guess. This is a 16:4. Why? Okay, I cleared the round. We made $6. Using a snack. Oh, it's a matcha. Did you do this for me? I know you, Barney. I don't know you. Shout out Barney for the matcha. Right, so we can use it. Oh, and I use floppy disks as coasters. Is there anything else I need? No, there's nothing I can buy. Okay. 2 bad apps are randomly installed into the grid. Let's use my matcha. Did I just insta-clear this round? I don't know if this was intentional or not. I wasn't sure if you'd make it this far. It was the easiest that's ever been. Get to choose a system upgrade. Okay, I don't know, Barney, what happened. What was supposed to happen? I just like insta-banged it. If you need a bit of cash, you can also skip. Oh, and then I get money. No, I think this is better. Okay, I think it was a little bit too much onboarding, I would say. I would like, it's kind of needed, I guess, as well. It's for combo. This is one of 3 ways to modify files from your desk. Key. Then choose one of 3 cartridges. Common, common, common. Sure. Let's go. I had like the plus, so it gave me like more. I don't really have a good run. Like now I have some. After 4 neighboring matches. So if like I get these, that counts as 1, I guess. But I already won the round. It feels like it's relatively easy. Why would I just... Okay, let's go. Yeah, I think this, like the 2x speed is like the bare minimum speed personally that you would want. Okay, and then we already won again. Okay, next one is a boss. EXE files cannot start a match. Plus 8 combo when making a match of 8 or more files. But can I swap? Yes, I can. Because these are EXEs, I cannot start a match with them. So basically I can never match an EXE file, I guess. Now we had the big one, and now we're almost there. Oh, if only I could match this one. Okay, but we beat it. Easy. Okay. System upgrade. Permanently gain plus 5 moves, really? Sure. Each installed app. Oh yeah, let's get some apps. Gives plus 2 easy. Plus 3 easy. This 2 hours flew by. Yeah, we're not done yet. Because I have one more I want to cover after this, but I'm enjoying this. Bit shifter rotates files, making neighboring block. Does this count as a neighbor? I mean, no. Oh. Seems like it didn't get enough yet. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, and then we won again. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at this. What's the blue, the purple thing? These two? They're like snack pots. I think the one thing is that it does feel like there's a needlessly high amount of emptiness for the game. I'm not sure. Okay, anyways. Let's quit and go back. Moves are too much. I'm not sure what the moves are too much means, but I liked it still. I think you would want to look into getting a web build of this. I think a web build would help a lot with marketing this game as well. And then we're at the last one, Gruntler. And I think we're gonna wrap it up for today's stream. This is not the right URL. Oh, we looked at this before with like the capsule. Roasted. Okay. I mean, the capsule was already done by me, kinda. Can I take credit for this? I don't think I can take all credit for this, but I did give some some pointers of the old version. Okay, we got localization, we got the cute GIFs. I feel like there won't be much because we already talked about this game on Discord. Take a look at the trailer. Okay. What you need is you need voice. Yeah, you can just do like voice acting if you want. I think you need a like panting sound effect. I think you need more sound effects. Where now it's like silent for an entire second. Whereas I should be running right now. I should be scared. Here's, I think, yeah, sound design. I think that's gonna be the thing. There's no sound design. It's just music. Like no footsteps. Yeah, like footsteps here. Also the guy's feet. I think it's called like root motion. He's sliding. I don't know if you notice. So kind of, we ran into this with some of the games. So what you're usually doing is like you go like, oh, go from point A to point B. But you're not, it's like a linear movement and the animation doesn't line up with that. So like technically the object is moving forward, but the animation, and I think with the root motion, that would be solved, I think, from what I remember. I think this last shot was pretty weak. This one. Where it just looks goofy. I would get rid of this one. And then sound design. I think those are the two main things. I'm not the biggest fan of these cards, but it's like, okay, I guess. But like, for example, okay, Steam is not loading anymore, but like the scanning, there was no sound effects, no sound feedback. And I would look at that as the next thing. Don't like updating the game, but just simply, I would honestly even show, instead of that last scene, just show more of the like actual gameplay. Not just the horror part, but the like job simulator part, basically. Having more sound effects as well. It's kind of like Order 13? Damn, that's a €9 game. I think this is actually a very similar game to yours to a certain degree. But these have a much better sound design, I would say. And then, you know, there's still like the sound effects of like the actual work task. You see, they have like a sound effect for picking up the box. Yeah, so you see with Order 13, they show way less of the monster. I think you show too much of it. Where it's like 70% of all shots show it. I would do it way less and focus more on the gameplay aspect still. And I would make the UI better. I think this UI is a little bit too criminally bad and kind of detracts from the whole experience. It's too much programmer art. Like there is no need for this bar to be this tall or like for the font to be like this and like permanently visible in every single screenshot. That's less, but I think definitely a trailer reshoot would probably be the first thing that I would do here. You do not have a YouTube. Do we have that is uploaded to YouTube already? Books of Blood, is it some weird movie? Books and Blood. Okay. Doesn't really exist yet. So I assume you did not upload the trailer. Okay, good thing. You reshoot the trailer, and then you reach out to like Game Trailers, Indie Game Hub, and you upload it on your own channel as well. And then hopefully it does a little bit better there. Because right now there's no trailer. And I think you can make this a very good trailer. I think this GIF is a really good one. And I think you kind of squander the good looking parts of your game by having too much of the like horror slop vibes almost. I think that would be my my main thing to talk about. What is this game? Why is this like 3 pixels? I love the transformation from Coconut CEO idol to like hardcore horror game where you work in a like in a bookstore. Oh well. Anyways, guys, I think this can work with a better trailer, and I think this would be the quick win of today. Would be to redo this UI. Just this little section here, I think that would be the first focus I would do actually, just as like a quick visual improvement. Troll is something you kind of like left behind a bit too long, and then it's kind of dragging the trailer down and like the screenshots down. I'm not taking shots at them. I think it's just a genuinely funny like 180 from like this. I mean, we've also gone from Unicycle Pizza Time to Overtime Anomaly. I can't say anything, but I think it's kind of a thing there. I'm gonna take a very quick okay. Incremental game that's also a platformer. that booty though. Man, you didn't even give me a link to click. Oh, the booty is not the real capsule. Too bad. I'm assuming there's not much this Steam page can get better. There's no text, so that's perfect. It just explains everything. Yeah. What else do you want me to say? This also has the Williams seal of approval. That's coming out soon. I do not think there is much to do here. Just make this the main capsule. Oh, Amarillo. Desktop pads. Wait. I'm gonna check because you make adult games. Yeah, I'm just looking at it for a second. It seems to be fine. Because I know you, Amarillo. I know you how it is. But it seems to be pretty fine. Release date to be announced. When are you gonna release it? You have so many fucking followers. Make it a year at least. Please. Make it a year. Yeah, make it like fully custom. Physics crazy. Oh, you released the Cave Diver? Yeah, this one. I remember we saw this a long time ago. It looked really good. And it seems like it launched pretty nicely as well. Yeah, Amarillo's games are very sus, guys. For those who don't know. When you're one other, like, I mean, 2 other games, but like the other game is called Your Butt Slapper. You know a bunch already. How's vehicular manslaughter going? Oh, and also don't forget foot crunch. This is not a good capsule, I can tell you that. Amarillo Spicy Corporation. Hi. Oh, wait, he had something. I'm honestly a little burned out, so I'm sure my description wording is weird, but at the same time, I've got many tips. Okay, let me actually read it. A physics-powered 3D custom companion engine where crazy ragdoll physics meets living reactive characters. Import VRM characters. Okay. I would change the order, perhaps. I know what VRM is, Vroid model. Or create your own and let them live on your desktop. What I would maybe even do is maybe some like choose from the included characters, create your own, or import your own VRM characters and let them live on your desktop. I would give the 3 options. I don't know if this is going to launch with like no models. I'm assuming it's going to launch with like something included. I would mention as well, because I think going from like this to immediate like import VRM characters might be like 0 to 100 too fast. But I think otherwise it's fine. I wouldn't be too worried about it. I get a little burned out. I think put a year on this and then get it out at some point, I would say. Also, I know you do have Chinese. Would Russian be another good language for this game? I feel like it would. Can I import a Shrek? I know, so where Amarillo got some of his... this is very dangerous because it's itch.io. Amarillo, I think it's Frieden. Yeah, here, this one. I think this is where like kind of the inspiration came from. Where you could get your own free run. I don't know about the legal implications. Because I know Russia for My Virtual Friend is like, I think the second biggest market. As well. You can import Shrek, yeah. I think you can import a lot. There's a lot more games on Improve My Game. Oh no, there are. I just needed to click it. There's no way I can do everything. Oh, a Coconut Idler made $115. Let's go. Okay. Is there like something that looks... Okay. The game is already out, so there's not much I can change about that. I think we're not doing that. Okay. Despite what everyone said, I launched my Steam page yesterday, 70 wishlist so far, but long way from a decent number. Started also posting shorts, improved on things. Chat said like lighting looks quite differently, but I need my store page roasted. Yeah, I think the game looks a lot better now visually. I think the capsule is good. Like, you know, for the genre, it's fine. Do we have a trailer? Announcement trailer. I guess maybe it might be too early for other people who have covered it. Oh, the sound design is miserable. Yeah, okay, brother, this is a bad trailer. How can you not have any sound effects for this trailer? Up to the gulag with you. Like, I'm not saying the music choice is bad. But... but the lack of sound effects makes this trailer like go from like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 to like a solid 5 at best. So I'm missing what else? I don't know how to make the. I think the rest is kind of fine. This is just the weirdest music choice ever. Yeah, there are no sound effects. You're not missing out on anything. And then this should like make your call to action a bit longer than like 2 seconds. And like have it be like slowly zoomed in or something like that. I think just get sound effects first. The rest doesn't matter right now. You're like, we already got an adventure. And the horror-ish. I don't know if it's a horror-ish either. Oh, there's a bunch. Okay. Yeah, in-game Joe covered it. Hey, Andre as well. Conjoined marketing ideas. It's a game like Stacklands with mechanics borrowed from mobile merge games. Why are we getting so many match 3 games today? I launched the demo 80 days ago. Started promoting my game with the demo launch. Emailed 90 YouTubers, 4 activations, 0 videos. Nothing on Reddit, 88 wish lists. Okay. Demo playtime is good. Why do I see an anime girl? Okay. Why is it's such random like inserts? Let's take it to a relaxing work. Toss herbs crystalline. I thought this was an adult game because this was the first screenshot I saw. What's the plan to be announced? I think we just need to get this out there. I think you've kind of fucked up. Unfortunately, you've fucked up too many times. With like no marketing before announcement. Or like at the announcement, only once you got the demo. Too far gone to change it now. Okay, let's take a look. It does look like Stacklands, but purple. Let's take a look at the trailer. Intro is a bit slow. This is... I don't know if it's my PC or if this trailer is running at like 10 frames per second. I feel like there's a... I feel like you should just make like a visual novel or something. The art is like solid. The gameplay is questionable. Because like clearly there is like a reason you're using like moon phases and like the colors and things like that. I don't know why it's like low res right now. It has an identity, but I feel like this identity isn't really used anywhere. Like, I keep coming back to this one. Of like, are you like saving people? Are you building up your own little harem of waifus? Like the store page is fine, I guess. Like the emojis are always kind of a bit of a meh. It kind of like screams like AI. I wouldn't use emojis. But the fact that the demo has been done already and the game has been announced kind of makes it hard to re-announce a game, so to say. And the fact that you're at 80 wishlists is kind of like fucked. So I don't know how much recovery there is for this. I think step number 1 is figuring out what I think reworking the identity of this game. Okay, you also have an itch demo as well. Oh. Why is it like this aspect ratio? Made with you. Okay, let me quickly change screen. Where does it go wrong? Is this the thing of like linear versus logarithmic sound? Where like anything below like 60% is basically inaudible because sound is not perceived in a linear scale but a logarithmic scale. Might want to look into that. Oh, play. Ouch, what's this place? I need to figure out what's going on. Well, this looks interesting. Okay, so I can put her on the shelf. Why is she foraging a shelf? And I get a fragment of a map. Now I have a map fragment. Oh, now she immediately makes map fragments. Oh, she just like gives me more. This takes quite some time. She needs to be put on top of the map, yes. Oh, I can put this shit in the cauldron. Something's happening. Free loot. Let's check it out. Okay. Double click the quick stack. She can keep foraging. Okay, so we keep moving here. Is this a Stacklands like? I'm not sure. Also, we have like these different icons. So do we throw this all in the cauldron again? And we get more shit. This is 235, okay. Keep foraging. We're restoring the forest. Okay, so I feel like this was not in the trailer at all. Of the like, put shit in the cauldron, and then you get more stuff again. I think this game just has no identity. I think that's kind of the problem. This feels very... for lack of a better word, conjoined, feels very disjointed in the gameplay, the external art, and then the visual vibes that the game does have, which just feels like Stacklands but purple. That's kind of like what the screenshots look like. Stacklands but purple. But there feels like there's more, but it's just so not explained. I guess. Oh, something happened. Bet you can help me forage. Squeaks. Oh, so this is like the one that forges for me. Oh, but the wisp is gone again. So it's just a one-time thing. Okay. Like, why does it stop stacking? I'm not sure. So I feel like it has something to do, but it's not it. Can you put an amber on a mirror? No, because they're not on a Mern. Sorry, no, because they're not the same thing. Okay, it's purple stack lands. So what does this say? The merge mechanic is very important. Oh, it helped me solve many problems experienced with the original stack lands. I believe the game is fun to play. I just have a miserable time promoting the damn thing. Because you're not explaining why someone would play the game. I think that's kind of it. What does this do better that nothing else has? I think that's kind of what's missing. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at this. Thank you everybody for having tuned in. Thank you everyone for your nice support. Dakota, I don't know if you're here. Are you here, Dakota? I assume you are. Anyways, Dakota, if you are here, when is the Steam page coming live? It's been almost a week since you said you were working on it. He's like, fuck. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.